My name is Barry Allen, and I'm an innocent man. I'm being framed for something that I didn't do.
He stood among us, a wolf in sheep's clothing.
You're gonna plant evidence?
This is the right thing to do, Ralph. Just open the door, I'll do the rest.
If I testify, I have to lie. I commit perjury. I become exactly who they think I am.
Then don't lie. Tell everyone you're the Flash.
If criminals knew my name, they'd know my weakness. Everyone that has stood by us the last 4 years would have a target on their back.
I was just curious to imagine what he does with his time. It's almost like he has this secret life.
This is exactly what DeVoe wanted.
Or a larger plan.
Why are you so hell-bent on destroying our lives?
I am doing what I have to do for my husband, Mrs. West Allen. The question is, what are you willing to do for yours?
Your Honor, there's something you need to know that will alter the outcome of this case.
No idea what you think you're doing.
What my husband won't.
The Flash returns with an all-new episode this Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about The Flash Season 4 Episode 10, and today we're going to be breaking down the trailer that you just watched for that episode. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new, so you don't miss any DC TV videos this year. But I'm going to leave the links in the description below to my past 2 trailer breakdowns for this episode, and we're only going to be going through the relevant shots that are new in this new trailer. So it's an extended version of the past 2 trailers, so it shows quite a lot of new footage, and we can make some ideas and some theories surrounding the new footage that we do have. So in the first new shot, we see Ralph, who is with Joe, and we saw this partially in the last trailer, but we see Ralph actually using his powers for something different that we haven't seen yet. He can change his skin into what seems like any object, so he changes it into a key to fit in the keyhole to break into DeVoe's house, and they're going to plant the evidence. But moving on to the next shot, obviously throughout this trailer we've got the dialogue, and I don't think the dialogue's that crucial in this actual trailer, but we hear Barry again. It's just an extended piece of dialogue talking about him if he's to reveal himself as the Flash. Obviously all the criminals are going to know his weakness, they're going to go for his family, and Cecile tries to convince him, you have to tell everyone you're the Flash. But moving on to the next new shot, we see an extended version of the shot with all the reporters. So obviously, I've mentioned this in the past, Barry Allen, he's a big name, because remember, his dad was on trial and he went to prison for the murder of his mum, so that's going to be a big thing in the news. But we see a shot of part of Team Flash. We see Harry, Cisco and Caitlin's going to be doing quite a bit in this episode, so I'm very excited to see what she's doing, and also Cisco's going to do quite a bit, and Harry's featured a bit throughout the trailer, not too much, but we'll have to wait and see. I think Harry will have some bigger episodes. I think episode 15 is going to be quite big on Harry because Jesse Quick's going to be back. But the next shot is probably one of the most intriguing shots of the whole trailer. So this is another point of view from the shots that we've been getting with Captain Singh and his police officers pulling their guns out at someone, and it's cut in the trailer to think it's the Flash, but obviously it's not. We see someone in the road and I think he's limping, so it seems like this is some sort of criminal. Maybe we've seen him before, maybe he's a new villain. I know there was a new metahuman from the bus metas who was actually revealed. The casting information was out there, so I'm guessing it's probably him, but we have to wait and see. But we get a shot of Cisco using his Starlab satellite and he's scanning for something, so it might be heat signatures or it could be something to do with this guy's new powers, whoever the metahuman villain is in this episode, and it's tracking it down basically. But we see Captain Singh making a statement in front of the press, and this is most likely to do with Barry, because Barry is a CSI, he works for the police department, so Captain Singh's going to have to directly address this, because the reporters at the trial, obviously they're going to leak the information that Barry Allen is actually on trial, and everyone knows he's a CSI, or they will in turn end up knowing. But we see Ralph and Joe, and they're doing some detective work, some private investigating work, and they're spying on the mechanic and the thinker, and the thinker's obviously in Dominic, so his new body. And so it seems like throughout this episode Joe's going to be trying to compile evidence against them and to try and actually break Barry out, and this could potentially work, but I don't think Joe's going to go fully along with it in the end. I think something else is going to happen by the end of the episode. But we know in episode 11 Barry will still be on trial, so he won't get out this episode, so I'm happy that they're prolonging it as long as it's a really interesting part of the episode, because obviously by now we've only seen trailer footage, we haven't seen an extended scene, we haven't seen any sneak peeks, so we have to wait and see. I'm optimistic about it, considering the last few episodes of The Flash have been really great. Although it had a shaky start to the season, in my opinion, it's getting back on track. since episode 7. So in this next shot, we see Dominic, the Thinker, inside the Thinker's lair, and this is probably the first time that he's been in there in his new body. So he's doing a biometric scan of his body to see if everything's working properly, because he just transferred bodies. So he's going to want to do those tests, and he's going to see if it's sustainable to stay in this body, or maybe he'll have to switch again. Maybe he might have to continue body switching. We have to wait and see until we get the answers for that. But like the other trailer, we've got a lot of emphasis on the mechanic, and it seems like something else is going on with the mechanic. I'm not entirely sure, but obviously she's playing everyone around apart from Team Flash. Team Flash knows that she's the villain. But in this episode, it seems like the mechanic's going to play around with Iris, and in turn make Iris do something that she's probably going to regret, because at the end of the trailer we see Iris and she says she's got something that's going to alter the course of the hearing. So Iris has something big, and I think it has something to do with the mechanic, considering they've got so much emphasis in this trailer on that character. So I'm excited to see what's going to be happening. But another shot, we get to see the mechanic and the Thinker in his Dominic body, and they're making out. So it's going to be kind of weird seeing them together, considering we keep on seeing Clifford DeVoe in his older body with the mechanic. That was kind of weird first off, because big age difference, and now it seems more natural that they're together because they're similar ages. But we'll have to wait and see how that relationship actually plays out. Is it going to be a proper relationship, or will it only be a working relationship going forward? But another shot of Barry, and he seems to be very startled, and we saw this in the past trailer, but we saw it from a different way, and Barry was sliding in. So moving on, Killer Frost. I'm so happy Killer Frost is back. I love everything to do with Killer Frost. One of my favorite characters on the Flash TV show of all time. So I'm always excited to see her. So it seems like she's fighting a villain, and the scenery seems to suggest it's that same scene where Captain Singh is and Cisco is later. As you can see in a later shot, we see Cisco where Barry was, and the scenery seems very similar. So I think they're all around the same area, and that's what's going on there. But at the end of the trailer, like I said earlier, Iris has something that's going to alter the course of this hearing, and Barry seems very surprised, yet he seems like he's resisting, like he doesn't want to do something. So Iris's big update on the case is going to be very significant in the course of how Barry's hearing is actually going to go on into episode 11, because it's going to extend that far. But anyway guys, thank you guys so much for watching this trailer breakdown for The Flash Season 4, Episode 10. And if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
It doesn't make us strong, it doesn't make us weak. Tongue-tied to service like shy preteens. I could only breathe.